Hey guys, to watch this video for Friday already, Friday, November 20th. As I always do, I'm starting off with a daily chart of the SPY. Nice bounce off the 8-day here and a little bit of a green candle on the daily. Man, if you didn't make it to work today, you chat room trading members, if you didn't make it to work, we had an amazing day. The EV space is on fire and we took full advantage of it. I'll give you a couple highlights before I go into what I'm going to be watching tomorrow. All right, GP. Jane put this on my radar. It's been a really strong stock anyway. It's in the EV space, right? Jane put it on my radar because it wasn't on my list. I was kind of giving it a rest because I felt like it needed to come in. So right before the open, I think Jane typed in chat something like, "Hey, GP belongs on the list too." And this is the opening 10 minutes. Look at this. So I had this on the chart thanks to Jane, and I said, "Hey guys, I like this over the the opening range breakout over this 5-minute high." Over 1918, basically around 1920 if it gets there, and boom, and was a huge move. Went all the way to over 21. I should have taken a screenshot of my fills because I got filled here, and I think my best sell was over 21. That was just a great way to start the day. So there's one example. What else do we trade? I got to give props. I didn't take this one, but Keith R in chat gave the idea on HPR. I'm going to show you the setup. About 15 minutes in, he posted an opening range breakout idea in HPR. So the early high 825. I like the fact that it's a quarter number as well. Look what happens on it gets through 825. That was his entry idea. It ended up just ripping all day. Actually, it pretty quickly went to 870. It looks like it probably, had I taken this, being realistic, I probably would have stopped out the rest right here. I certainly would have sold some into this pop. I didn't realize it came back and revisited. But look at that. By the way, look at that buy zone pullback. If you missed this. For some reason, I skillfully avoided seeing this at all. But what a great call by Keith R. AYRO. Probably my best call of the day, although it wasn't my biggest trade of the day. I'm going to show you. I've been shying away from 2-minute candles at the open, but I had AYRO on 2-minute candles, and I called it over the high of day. This is about 6 minutes in. Said I like AYRO over the high day, which is around $4.60, which triggered right there, and the thing just went ape. You know what? From the 460 entry, went all the way up to, I don't know, 656, and a pretty strong close. By the way, that one's on watch tomorrow. FUV, I called as a SOOTG, SOOTG through 1050. I'll show you. I said that in the pre-market. I said if this breaks 1050, which was yesterday's high, so you've got a half number inflection point, yesterday's high, and as I told you guys in chat, had really nice sounding news this morning, kind of a pilot program with the city of Orlando with their vehicles. That's a big deal, and the chart already looked good, and we had a half number inflection point, which was also a break of yesterday's high in the EV space. I mean, everything lined up there. If you took the straight out of the gate gap play through 1050, you killed it. Wayne also called this through 1150 because it topped out at that half number, 1150, and kind of flagging. And some of us, I took that one, ended up going all the way up to 16. That's one of those that you call exceeded expectations. And it's a great example of why we teach in our course, and you hear Wayne preach it constantly. Hold some. Don't sell it all. Scale out and hold some, right? Obviously, unless it comes back to your entry. So that was a huge move. Let's see what else there was. WWR. I think this was Kevin that put this on my radar. I actually really liked this one. Kevin put it on my radar, and it looked about like this. For all I know, he'd already traded it down here, but I actually called this the second mouse through 575, knowing the earlier high was 578, and yesterday's high was not that far above, and I loved the daily, right? So picture this, and look at this daily. Had this pop, and it was kind of flagging. Got long through 75. It ended up going all the way to 643. Percentage-wise, that's a huge move. It ended up coming back in a bit. This one also, though, I'll go into the watch list for tomorrow in just a second, but this one is also going to be on that watch list. And you know what? Wayne called BYND. There were several other calls, too. As I said to Steve on Twitter, I don't put all the highlights on the highlight page on the website because I'm anxious to start my evening. So I try to throw a few up there to show people what's going on in our chat room, and then I go about my evening because I know I got to come back later in the night and spend another hour looking for charts for tomorrow, right? So it's usually a little bit of laziness because I want to step away from my screens for a little while. So I throw a few examples from the day up. I don't put them all up there. Anyway, there's some highlights from today. Let's go into, whoops, I already had that up, the watch list for tomorrow. Remember, when you watch my videos, I'm an intraday trader. I start off with these daily charts that might give me a nice move, right, tomorrow during the day, and I'm in cash every night. So WWR, I would have preferred this to close, up near the highs, but it's still holding up really well. So I'm going to watch that one tomorrow. GEVO, not a great trader, but you had this pop here. You had a lower high, you had a lower high, and then kind of breaking out to the upside a little bit here. I do like the daily chart. This is a good size candle for this stock. This one obviously was better, but it is worth noting that this is a big day for this stock and was 19 cents in range. So I was a little bit reticent to even put this on the watch list because it's not really a great trader, but I threw it up there anyway because the chart doesn't look bad. NETE, a couple nice ideas in the chat room on this one. There's another example, something didn't make it to the highlight page. Anyway, I want to watch this tomorrow. Kind of broke above this resistance. You can kind of picture a line right here. So the EV space is hot. They have a reverse merger or something coming up with a Mullen, I think, who is an EV maker. So they are in that space, and they're also into touchless cash payments and other stuff too. So, but it's certainly in that in the hottest space with that Mullen thing. So that one goes on watch. When NETE does get moving, it can really move. So I definitely want to have it on watch. Riot had the big pop, then the gap up in a red day, and you kind of got a third day push again. If Bitcoin's strong tomorrow, I like this Riot chart a lot. We'll see if it lines up with an A+ setup tomorrow. SQBG is kind of a sleeper pick. It only traded 160,000. And usually when this gaps up, it gets slapped back down right here, 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 here again. But if you notice most of these, it gets slapped down hard. This time, traded over 10 million shares, almost 12 million a few days ago, and it's already starting to curl back up. I believe it did this gap on earnings. So may have some shorts caught here if this catches a bid tomorrow. So I'm going to watch it. BT, I believe is in the Bitcoin space. Had the gap up, couple red days, and is curling right back up. This isn't on the watch list, but CAN looks very similar to that, also Bitcoin. So you might want to watch CAN, C-A-N as well. I just chose to put BT, and Riot on watch. That's enough Bitcoin for me, right? KCAC, very strong breakout here, a few days and right back, curling right back up. This one has made some really strong moves lately. Tigger, big pop today. It's certainly extended, but we're going to watch it. You do have a couple, or you have at least this one potential catalyst right here from July on the chart. It is extended though, so keep that in mind. HPR, talked about this one already. Big pop today, closing well off its highs, but that's the kind of chart as a day trader I want to keep an eye on. AYRO extended, but if you compare it to like Solo today, and there's Solo, there's FUV, all in the same space, all EV. Then you go back to AYRO, you could say, hey, this still has, kind of, I don't want to say recent because it was midsummer, but you still have some highs above. It's not full-blown breakout like Solo and FUV. So this one is a little bit of a laggard. I believe they make like work trucks or vans, electric. So this one's still interesting to me. I definitely want to keep an eye on it. It looks like it's got some room to go, even though it's extended. We'll keep a close eye on this space on Friday and certainly all next week and probably the next several weeks. It's nice that the market has a theme, right? That's great for us day traders. PIC, big move today. 1066 all the way to, no, I'm reading that wrong. The low today, I guess that is right. That's not as big as move as I thought. This candle looks huge, but even from here down to here, I guess that's only $4. So I don't know anything about this one. I saw the big volume today and a fairly strong close. I've done no research. I'll read up on it in the pre-market tomorrow, so I know a little more. But anyway, I want to watch that one. KZIA. I'm going to show you 5-minute candles. Look at this pop it had yesterday. It had this big move, pulled back. Another big move, pulled back. A third and a fourth big move, and then the whole market sold off in the afternoon, which took this one down. And then quiet day today. So I don't want to dismiss this because anytime as a day trader, anytime I see a stock that can make moves like this, I want to watch that for a few days. So even though right now it looks like, hey, it's going to come back down to the moving averages, you could argue it looked like that this day too, and it was strong the next day. Anyway, absolutely keeping this one on radar tomorrow. And then lastly, MGI, potential bounce play. Really, really strong stock. Couple days lower on declining volume into the 8-day. There's plenty to watch, and lately the gap playlist has been like 12 stocks every morning too. So let's drink some coffee in the morning and be ready for the open, because we got to stay vigilant, and the teamwork's been great. Let's not blow it on Friday. I'm done babbling. We'll see you in the morning.